Hey everyone, Brian here. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of a swing test. I know I've said before that I didn't really believe in this test being very accurate, and I still don't. I really don't believe it, but after reading some of the articles and some of the scientific papers that have been written, NASA, this is the only thing that they'll accept. I still think that it's a bunch of, not really a bunch of hogwash, but it is not what is really going to show something working well or not working well. I didn't want this set up at all. I want to show in one shot. This is how we're going to do this. I've got a cart here with the battery on it. As you can see, the unit is swinging. It's attached all the way to the top. That's about a 9-foot drop. This is paracord, nothing fancy, nothing special, and the lengths of it are not quite touching the floor, so we're in good shape there. So what I'm going to do is slide the cart up to it, and then we're going to make our electrical connections. This is the connection for the switch that's inside the truck. Everything is still set up exactly as it was in the truck to begin with. So it's still in self-propulsion mode. It's not in hybrid mode. We're going to make our positive connection to the battery. We'll make our negative connection to the battery. Nothing fancy, nothing special. Now I want to also show I do not have the speed differential control turned on. I'm going to leave it turned off for this real quick little test, just so that we can see this a little bit more dramatically. Now, I need to bring the camera up so that you can see the tape measure just a little bit better. And unfortunately, I've got a lot of stuff in the way. But I'm not going to get crazy getting everything out of the way, just because that's not what we need to do for this. So, there we go. Okay. If I can stop this thing from swinging around a little bit here. Okay, we're just about, as long as I don't move the camera, which you'll be able to see whether I do or not. As long as I don't move the camera, the back edge of this is lined up with the 5-inch mark. Sorry guys, we're not using metric today. We're lined up with the 5-inch mark. The switch is closed as if it was in the truck. And now I'm going to adjust it, turn it on and adjust it directly through the speed controller. There we go. We're coming, every now and again we do swing back, which would be the 5.5-inch mark. But for the most part, we're staying in front of the 5, which would be the 4.5 mark. Now this is the part of this that I don't agree with as being the gold standard. If I run this at the wrong speed so that it's not synchronized to the harmonic of the swing, it's not going to show any effectiveness. As you can see, we do swing back every now and again to the 6 mark. That's gravity pulling this thing back. That's all that is. That's not a back thrust. You can see very clearly that it's going all the way to the 4 mark every now and again. All right, I'm just going to disconnect the battery. I'm not going to make any adjustments. There we go, battery off, and you can see that's just the gravity swing that's bringing it back to that 5.5, 5 3/4 mark. Power back on. You saw it. You saw it right there. It went way past the 4. It's trying to go past the 4. Now, one other thing I want to show with this, I'm going to speed this up. This is pretty close to being synchronized with the speed of the swing. I measured out the swing at about 1 foot. We've got a 2.5-second swing time. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to speed this up. Now that we're not synchronized with it anymore, we're also not going to really show any serious pull. It'll come up to the 4, it'll swing back to the 6, As you can see, it's spending about as much time on one side as it is the other. The swing back is really only because of gravity pulling it back. As you can see, gravity pulls it back. That's all there is to it. If we started out, let's see, it's somewhere right around that 4 mark, right there, and let go, it'll swing back 5 3/4 inch. That's exactly our gravity swing. So I appreciate everybody watching. There's going to be another experiment coming up. Until then, be good to each other, be safe, be kind, and I'll catch you next time. Hey everyone, one more little thing. This short clip is going to be tacked on to the end of the long one. I hate doing that because I like to do everything in one take. That way nobody can say that there's any trickery involved. But I wanted to real quick show what it takes to move it that 1 inch. So what we've got here is a force meter. I'm going to turn it on. We're still lined up with our 4 inch mark. I've disconnected all the wires. I've moved them out of the way. As you see, we're at 0 kilograms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it just that 1 inch to show what it takes to hold at 1 inch. That's half a kilogram, 0.5 kilos, to hold it at exactly 1 inch. That's all I really had to add on to that. I appreciate it. Like I said, there's going to be another video coming. So until then, be good to each other, and I'll catch you next time.